So this is how I make my traditional Easter bread, my sweet bread, my pane di Pasqua. I've been getting so many requests for my Easter recipes. When are you starting Easter? I'm starting Easter. I'm starting with my Italian Easter sweetbread, and I make this every single year. It's a very traditional bread to have around Easter time. Without it, it just wouldn't be Easter. I've grown up with this bread and it's so delicious. It's a nice little sweet bread, and this is how I do it. Starting off with my milk, it's warm to a temperature about 110, 115. I don't want it any higher than that because it's going to kill the yeast. I'm putting in my active dry yeast. It's not the instant one, it's just regular active dry. And I'm going to add in a tablespoon of sugar. I'm going to give this a little mix, and I'm going to let this sit for about 10 minutes or so until I see all those bubbles form on the top of that milk. In the meantime, I have my bowl here. My flour is going in, along with a half a teaspoon of salt, my sugar, remember this is a sweet bread, and my eggs. All the measurements will be in the caption as always. Now with my mixer on low, I'm going to add my butter. This is room temperature butter, and I'm just going to incorporate this into the flour. I'm going to get a little crumbly. Add now my milk that was mixed with the yeast, a little bit at a time. This is going to go in. It's going to get all mixed up nicely. To this bread, you could add any flavorings you like. You could add some vanilla extract. You can add some anise extract. The way I've always eaten it with just some plain anise seeds, and I'm going to incorporate about 2 tablespoons into the dough. For me, it's Easter. That freshness, that flavor, it's delicious. Once that dough comes off the side of the bowl on that dough hook, I take it out, and I still like to do it a little bit by hand. I'm going to turn it out onto a floured surface, and I'm just going to knead it maybe for a few minutes, and then it's going to go back in the bowl to raise. So I have my flour here, and I'm just going to knead this by hand a few minutes, maybe 3 minutes or so. This, I'm just going to form a little ball with it. It's so soft. Of course, it's Easter, so I'm going to make a little cross on the top. I'm going to put it back in my bowl, and I'm going to let this sit covered for about an hour and a half. So here's my dough. Look how beautifully it risen. I let it sit for 2 hours or so. Now I'm just going to turn it out on my board, and I'm going to shape it into the bread. Bring it back together. It smells great with that anise seed. Okay, so now I'm going to cut it in half. This I'm going to cut in half, and then this in 3s. And I'm going to roll each of these little pieces into a log, and then I'm going to braid them. Join them together at the top, and now I'm going to braid them. When my kids were small, my mom would make these smaller loaves, one for each of her grandchildren. So I'm just going to bring that braid together, just like that. In the middle, I'm just going to place a regular egg. I did not cook it, I only dyed it. This is going to go on a parchment paper, lined baking sheet, and I'll do the other one. So I'll take the 3 ropes, I'll put them together at the top, and then I'm just going to braid. This bread is traditionally braided like this for Easter. And put another egg in the center of that bread. This one I'm going to make a larger loaf, and I'm going to divide it into 3 equal pieces. And I'm going to do the same thing, just roll and make those ropes. And this one I'm just going to keep as a long braid. I'm just going to go back and forth with that braid, just like this, and tuck under. Now I'm gonna take that egg, put it on the top, and with 2 pieces of dough, I made smaller, and I just close that egg into the bread. I make a little cross over that egg. Now I have an egg, and I'm just gonna give a splash of milk, make a little egg wash, brush the top of all of my bread. Now on top of the egg wash, I just give it a nice little coating of some pretty sprinkles, just all around, and it'll stick to that egg wash. You could use the round ones or the long ones. I'll put both just to show you. And these are gonna bake at a 350 oven, not long at all. I'll tell you how long they cook for in my oven. And there they are, ready for the oven. Here they are, straight from the oven, gorgeous and golden. I'm gonna let them cool down for a few minutes before I slice into them. I just love the way the sprinkles happen to bleed on top of the bread. To me, it's more festive, more color. It's like a tie-dye effect. I'll let them cool, and I'm gonna slice into one to show you. Look at the bottom, it's all nice and golden baked, and it's such a soft, soft bread. Let me take a little piece off of this one for you so you see how soft it truly is. It just breaks apart. It's so soft and delicate of a bread. That addition of anise just makes this bread. My mother would add it all the time. If you don't like anise, you could use vanilla. You could use the orange zest, whatever you like to flavor it with, but this is my favorite. The little ones always went to the kids. She'd make batches and batches of these breads. If there's any left after Easter, it's great toasted with butter in the morning for breakfast. Oh, to die for. Give this Easter bread a try. I know you're gonna love it.